make me dance. You make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had.
And I know I'm falling, but I'm falling just for you. Yeah, I know I'm falling for you, for you.
You don't need to complicate it. Say you love it when you're hating, and I can see it on your face. And no, I just can't take it. No, I just can't take it. You don't need to complicate it. Say you love it when you're hating, and I can see it on your face. And no, I just can't take it. No, I just can't take it. Cause I gave my time to you, I gave my love to you, I gave it up for you, I tried for you. I didn't have to do it, what am I gonna do? Why don't you understand? All that I wanted back was your loving, baby. I hate you. You don't need to complicate it. Say you love it when you're hating, and I can see it on your face. And no, I just can't take it. No, I just can't take it.
You don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to. I can see it. You don't need to.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to MOTORLAND ARAGÓN for this very special presentation, which will last for about 25 to 30 minutes. We're delighted to have Carlos CHECA, the 2011 Superbike World Champion, here as our special guest this evening, along with Mr. Santiago Abad, the Managing Director of MOTORLAND ARAGÓN, and of course, on behalf of WORLDSBK, the Executive Director of the Championship, Mr. Gregorio Olivier, who will also say a few words in a few moments' time. We're delighted not only to welcome the selected guests here this evening, but also to those that are tuning in live around the world on a number of social media channels. So you are very welcome to this very special event. This evening, we're going to look back fondly at World Superbike racing at this fantastic MOTORLAND ARAGÓN circuit and celebrate Spain's only Superbike World Champion to date. And I say to date because you never know what might happen in 2021. Of course, the 2021 Championship kicks off tomorrow with free practice, with a real chance of Spanish success once again. The 19th of June 2011, MOTORLAND ARAGÓN hosts World Superbike for the very first time, and there were 3 Spanish riders on the grid: Ruben Schaus, Joan Buscors, and of course Carlos CHECA, who ultimately went on to win the 2011 World Superbike Championship aboard his Ducati 1098 after dominating the season. I remember the event well. I was a lot younger and I had a little bit more hair. A podium for Carlos CHECA in race 2. We had dinosaurs in the paddock. You'll probably remember that from the local amusement park. We had dinosaurs walking around. One of the most interesting paddock show interviews I think I've ever done. And a really passionate Spanish crowd that left the venue with the biggest smiles on their faces after their home hero, Carlos CHECA, of course, took a Spanish podium on Spanish soil. Before we hear from our special guests, let's just take a look back at some of the amazing Superbike racing that we've seen here at MOTORLAND ARAGÓN and why drivers alike like racing here so much. Let's play the video.
¿Recuerdas hace 10 años? 10 años que vistes a relucir tu esfuerzo. Que nos hiciste sentir vivos. 10 años que lograste hacer historia. 10 años que brilló tu verdadera esencia. Los años pasaban y tu espíritu ganador nos dejó ver que nunca te rindes.
The international circuit, Nevers in France.
Pues para mí el 2011 lo resumiría como el año redondo, ¿no? Todo giró de la mejor manera. Nos centramos solo en el trabajo, en preparar lo mejor posible cada pequeño detalle, cada pequeño momento. Y ese año, pues bueno, yo creo que se juntó un poco todo, ¿no? Por el hecho de que la experiencia, mi momento personal, físico, mental y las condiciones que tenía técnicas y el equipo, pues me permitieron poder luchar por el campeonato. Hubo un inicio de carrera que nos tocamos incluso con Leon Camier, Melandri, que estaba cerca pero no delante en ese momento. Sí que llegó un momento ya que cuando me pude deshacer un poco de ellos y pasé a Eugene. Estuve ahí mareando un poco, porque fui un poco prudente, pero después un momento que hice clac, me centro en mí, me centro en la carrera y me olvido del campeonato, porque si no, al final no estoy pilotando como yo sé. Pensar que podía ser mi última oportunidad de poder ganar aquel campeonato y que se me pudiera escapar, como en otras ocasiones, pues me daba cierta angustia, ¿no? Me quedé un poco allí hasta el final que vi que un poco los neumáticos le bajaron y yo pude adelantar. Y cuando quedaron una o dos vueltas, sí que allí ya empecé a pensar en el campeonato, obviamente, ¿no? Pero bueno, ahora ya es momento de disfrutarlo porque tenía cierta ventaja, cierto margen, que no podía relajarme, ¿no? Pero bueno, la verdad es que fue un momento muy único, porque sabía que cuando cruzara la meta era automáticamente campeón.
World Superbikes and become champion du monde in France. The world champion is Carlos Checa, and Esteban Marinelli, king of the mountains, Carlos Checa, world champion 2011, and probably the most popular man in Superbikes right now.
La verdad es que la moto para mí me ha dado lo máximo, es la máxima emoción y diversión que he tenido. Más que vivir de la moto, yo diría, yo he vivido para la moto y para el motor, y está claro que para mí es mi vida y lo que más me llena, y yo no me separaré nunca, espero y deseo, del motor, porque ya te digo, es lo que más me mueve.
Tu presencia, tu figura, un eco que sigue retumbando entre los eliseos del deporte, motivando a los más grandes para ser todavía mejores e inspirando a las nuevas generaciones para esforzarse y llegar todavía más lejos.
Para mí Motorland es muy especial porque seguí el proyecto desde un buen inicio. Y lo que respecta al circuito, pues a mí me encanta, ¿no? Yo creo que son los circuitos más completos que tenemos en el país. Para mí la más especial es la curva 3, porque creo que es la más técnica, es una curva ciega, es una curva que ya tienes que preparar desde la curva 1. Uno por la emoción, otra por la dificultad y por lo bonita que es.
Un icono incansable de esfuerzo, dedicación y pasión, buscando nuevas formas para enriquecer el mundo de nuestro deporte.
¿Recuerdas
hace 10 años?
Watch it again, maybe. Well, for me to I really like. Carlos, what I'm going to ask you to do first is maybe just speak about your recollections, not just of the 2011 championship, but also how fondly you feel about this circuit, and just let you talk because it's your evening. So we'll see how many minutes we can go for, and we'll come back with some questions if you run out of steam.
Okay, first of all, thanks everyone to be here. Thanks for the nice video, really emotional to me because it's to remember that moment and to be here to this recognition, recognized to me that moment, that year was very special for me, the best one. And talking about the circuit is for me one of the best circuits because it's quite complete, it's really technical, up, down, really good fun, especially when the grip is right. They're normally always difficult to find some areas, but I really had good remembers. Not was the best circuit for us, especially with the Ducati, because we're struggling a lot with the power and we had back straight and some areas were really terminate. But for the rest, we really enjoyed. The rest leg at here was a third position. We fight for try to win one race with Ducati, but I had to crash and I forget for that because we're fighting for the title anyways. And yeah, passing many years from that moment we won the title after and all that, but I still remember it was yesterday, no? Nice to be here on the paddock, even if it's more difficult than ever, especially to get in today. But finally we get that and really special moment to be here to see this video. I didn't see before and I think the guys here in Motorland did a great job, great idea, and pleased to, as I said before, no, to be with all of you, and I hope I try to enjoy tomorrow as well in the paddock.
Carlos, obviously people are watching us live around the world as well, and one question that has come up quite a lot, not just with yourself and the success that you've had here, but with other riders in the modern day Superbike Championship. What is it about going fast around MOTORLAND ARAGÓN? How do you string a fast lap together? We've had a number of questions coming in about that. So from your point of view, what is the secret to going fast at MOTORLAND ARAGÓN?
Well, it's not more or less as the other, no? Try to be. It's some points on braking from my side. From one before, when we used to race here, was different track. We didn't make the last turn as now. Was a really important braking point. Of course, the speed and the power is important. But for me, probably the area most important is turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. All that area, and also for me the nicest one. And to be right on that easy. Of course, also the long turn after the downhill, the corkscrew, as sacacorchos, as we said in Spain. That area there also is that turn, the left one going up and the braking point, you don't see to get that reference, braking point reference there and downhill. Probably these two parts are the more difficult areas I consider. And I think if you set up well and you are able to manage well in that area, probably with especially good power, but I think now all the bikes are quite balanced in that area. Then you have good chance to, and of course during the race of course to find the stability of the grip. But always Aragon is quite hard to as when I was racing, because it's quite aggressive track and to find the stability in some areas. I think it's before turn 7, the right one, where always they start moving, and when you lose the stability, of course, you open much later than before. And you know, it's a little bit things that at the end it gives you the pace, gives you the speed, and always struggling during every single practice to find that, no? And of course, the rider is able to manage well these things and others. Probably will be the rider can be leading the race and fighting for winning this weekend.
We saw prior to you winning the championship many Spanish riders trying to win and being successful but never actually winning the championship. What do you think it meant to the Spanish fans? And we see a much bigger fan base now in World Superbike over the last 5 or 6 years. What do you think it means to the Spanish fans to have not only you as a Spanish world champion to start this new interest in Superbike, but also looking at the grid for 2021, there's a real chance that the Spanish fans are going to have something to celebrate again. How important do you think that is for the Spanish fans of motorcycle racing?
Yeah, of course. I think when Spanish riders are in the championship fighting for the title, always is more enthusiastic and more the followers will be more. No, I think in motorsport we are lucky because in Spain we have a lot of fans, and of course the most important is to open the championship, to promote, and to make easy to follow, no, TV and press and follow and be stronger in the strong point. But, because the reference championship as history MotoGP has been doing in Spain. And you know, every year I think it's more people, especially when Bautista was fighting for the title, leading the championship. We are right in the championship as well. That year I think a lot of people was following, even when I visit the races. I think a lot of fans are in the racetrack. For sure, now this year with Tito Viñales, if they are able to fight, to stay in front, I think much more people will follow the Superbike.
A bit of a cheeky question, and I know that I'd like to think we're quite good friends. I've known you for many years, so hopefully you'll see the funny side of this. Carlos Checa almost, and I say almost, became a go-kart racer. But there was an incident that happened here. Sorry, Santiago, I have to go there. There was an incident that took place after you won the World Championship that made you decide, no, 4 wheels are not for me, I'm going to stick with 2 wheels. Tell us about that.
Yeah, normally 2 wheels are dangerous than 4, but it was not that moment. It was just a funny event that finally finished not in a good place, no? But honestly, I don't remember so much about that.
Okay, luckily I have a good memory. I remember we did a pre-event, and I think maybe 1 or 2 of the riders that are here today would remember that. I think it was 2012 or 2013. I think it was the last ever go-kart event that's ever been allowed for pre-events. Carlos was fighting for, I want to say the win, but you were certainly at the lead of the race. I don't know what happened, there was a contact or something. Basically, I think it's where you qualified for your pilot's license, because Carlos clipped the back of one of his rivals and literally took off in this go-kart, ended up over the fence, completely outside of the go-kart.
Under the fence.
Oh, you went under the fence, the cart went over the fence, it was a complete mess.
I don't understand so well, but
But
finally, nothing happening. It was just what I'm doing here, not before the race. But was just finally not big problem, and we are able. That year anyway, you know, 2011 turned everything on the right, and 2013 turned everything on the left. opposite, no? And finally, anyway, it was a funny thing that can be a bit dramatic, but finally find well in the motorhome, relax, and next day I forget it all. But I think after the year, not anymore car racing, no?
No, I think not.
Anyway.
And final question before we hear from Santiago. Wildcards, of course, are now back. Wildcards will be allowed. Any chance for the Spanish fans and for all of us that have followed your career, a cheeky wildcard in 2021? Can we tempt you back into World Superbike for a one-off race?
As a commentator, probably. But no. When I stopped racing, I stopped with a wish to stop. Not much more energy to continue, and now I really like to participate in different things, to collaborate, to follow, to enjoy this fantastic sport from outside, and I'm really comfortable and relaxed in this area.
Okay, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2011 Superbike World Champion, Carlos. I'm now going to ask the Managing Director of the MOTORLAND Aragon circuit, Mr. Santiago Abad, to say a few words. Santiago.
Thank you, Michael. The idea is that for us in Motorland, Carlos is part of us. No of the people, not only of the people. Is part of the circuit because the first corner that Aragon dedicate a rider is here in Motorland. Is the corner 3. He speaks about this corner. It's so difficult after corner 2 to decide the point where you go into the corner. It's so difficult to pass very fast, and it's very difficult when you arrive to the corner 4 on the other side. Like he said, that corner is very difficult, and I am very proud of being the manager of this circuit and receive the proposal to have Carlos here with us 10 years after he wins the World Championship. It's very nice. He is has been a very great rider. He is a very big rider, but he's a very big person. It's very nice to work with him. He has been doing this ad with us, with our team, and thank you to the team in Motorland because they make a very nice work with Carlos. We are very proud of him. And we are very happy to have him not only this year, in this occasion after 10 years. We want to have Carlos here anytime that you want to come here because you are very welcome with us. And I want to say thank you to Dorna for giving to us from 2011 a lot of races, very nice races of superbikes, and we hope to go on with this championship because we believe in this kind of championship, in these bikes, in the manufacturers, and of course with the riders. We believe in the riders because they make very hard work here, and I hope that this weekend we have a very nice races. Thank you, Carlos. You are welcome in our circuit. This is your circuit. You are part of us, and we hope we wait for you anytime that you want to come with us.
My pleasure.
Well, we're almost at the end, but of course we wouldn't be able to leave this room and this presentation without talking about the 2021 Motul FIM Superbike World Championship, which starts tomorrow. The 33rd competitive season of World Superbike racing. Everybody starts at zero. Who will be the champion? We will find out later in the year. And all that's left for me is to ask the Executive Director of the World Superbike Championship, Mr. Gregorio Olivier, to officially open the first round of 2021.
Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me? Yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining this special event. To Carlos, I brought nothing prepared for this speech. Actually, I didn't know I had to talk. So I'm going to be very briefly, because I want to talk about the championship, but I would like to make a special mention about Carlos and his career. And at the time Carlos was racing, I was a racer too, but we never raced, let's say, together for a long time in terms of I remember 1991 with the little C75cc in Calafat, close to my town. He was first on qualifying, I was second. Then after that, I think in something 95 with the Open Ducados. That unfortunately for you and very lucky for me, I was able to ride the NSR 500 with the Movistar team when you got injured in Donington. Yeah. And I was racing in Saxony. And then I had another, came back to close to him in 2008 after my experience on DSV. And you were starting with Tenkate Honda, and I was with Honda team. And again, we separated because I stopped racing from that. And I came back to you in 2013 when I joined Honda, and then we split again. So I hope we can see more regular than not just this little appearance.
Yeah, you called me in winter to know how was my prosthesis in the ankle, because you're thinking changed quite a lot of history, no?
Unfortunately, we are very old.
I think you are okay.
No, I am okay. I got the operation 2 years ago, so now we talk about these kind of things, you know, riders, when we get involved. Anyway, regarding the 2021 championship, we had wildcards last year. I'm sorry, you missed that point.
I did. Jet lag, sorry.
We always had wildcards. And it seems a quite exciting season. I hope that the season will go well, and we will, let's say, enjoy especially the last part of the year, because as you know, unfortunately, we are still living this worldwide pandemic, many difficulties around our day by day. But I think we are all overcoming all the difficulties, and I hope with the effort of everyone involved, we will have a great year of success. And as usual, I just wish the best luck to everyone and have fun.
Again, to all of you here this evening, thank you for joining us. And to those that are watching on our social media broadcasts, thank you for tuning in. Of course, the World Superbike Championship is live. WorldSBK.com will have all of the action to those that are listening and watching at home. And again, to Carlos Checa, to Santiago, to all of you here, thank you, good night, and we'll see you on track tomorrow.